All right. Well, there's blatantly going to be less parts to this monster mauler video than there is the Ecto. So I set out to build a monster mauler. It is an FTX mauler chassis running a Chinesey 3-gear, which is it's actually a Absima 3-gear, which has genuinely never let me down. It's been in 3 different RCs now. It's a Fusion 1800 kV Hobby Wing Fusion system, ESC and motor combo with a Castle BEC and 2 Reef 500 raw bad boy servos. It's running 100 millimeter Capra shocks with AR60 axles. The axles are upgraded with SSD pumpkin covers, SSD titanium steering gear, and it's overdriven in the front. It is 4-wheel steer. It is using the FTX stock links, nothing wrong with them, pretty robust links. I painted the chassis over the anodized aluminium because it was a rough anodizing job from FTX and it hasn't worked very well. Don't paint over anodized aluminium, de-anodize it first. I kind of knew that in my mind, but I couldn't be bothered, so that's what I did, and it's already started to chip. The rear end is the same. Ridiculous amount of bully type flex, basically. Not sure about torque steer or how I'm going to eliminate that, but I got plenty of space to put in some sway bars if I want to, but I don't really want to. I had to move the servos forward on the axles to clear the standoffs that I've put in. So these are all aftermarket standoffs, titanium and aluminium standoffs, front and rear. My mate Nick is printing me a couple of battery and electronics trays. I'm pretty pleased with it. So I've showed you it like this deliberately because it doesn't look too bad. Now I'm going to put the body on, and I want you all to forgive me because I kind of used the body to do some testing, some spray testing that I wanted to do, and I'll walk you through it. So I should have just stuck to the plan, which was to go black with a dark green olive bonnet, but I didn't. I went different colours because I wanted to see how they worked. I put these red winch decals on here because I wanted to see if I could use the clear coat system over decals, and I think I can, and the decals at the front. But generally speaking, this is not a good looking RC, and it is 8th scale as well. These are 2.2 XL tyres, Proline high racks, 2.2 XLs. This thing is an absolute monster, and I built it to be a monster. I didn't build it to be a pretty oh look at my beautiful new scale crawler. I built it to have a ridiculous amount of power, a ridiculous amount of ground clearance, and it's still super light, by the way. There really is not much to it at all for its size. In fact, it's probably lighter than my other 10th scale crawlers, but I built it for this. I wanted to see if I could build a bully without buying the RC 4-wheel drive version, because I think they rip us off. So this is an FTX mauler that I've adapted. It was 22 quid, £22 for the chassis and the links. Of course, the AR60s are not 22 quid, but they're not super expensive. You can run them stock. They're mostly stock. I just changed the pumpkins and upgraded the steering arms, but you don't have to. They're 70 quid each. So this has been a real kind of, for me, a real budget build. So I'm really pleased with it. The servos are not budget. They cost us a lot in the UK. So yeah, that wasn't budget at all. But anyway, we've got a few bits and pieces to sort out with it. Some few engineering challenges. A drive shaft that I bought doesn't fit, so I know what I need now for the rear. Front drive shaft is in, and electronics trays, and then we'll fire it up next week. But I just wanted to show you guys this ridiculous monster. Next part will be electronics trays and firing up the electronics, and then the part 3 after that will probably be how to eliminate. I think I'm going to have some fairly decent torque squatting, steer, whatever you want to call it, torque roll going on. So we're going to need to address that as well. Apart from that, not got much going on. Anyway, happy Saturday, everybody. Peace.